Good morning. This was my spot last night, right off the trail. So it was pouring, absolutely pouring last night when I set up, but I think it stopped raining somewhere in the middle of the night. I think I got a lot of sleep, although it was kind of like spread out. I think I fell asleep at like 9:30, but then I was up at 12:30 and watched an hour-long video on my phone, and then went back to bed. Woke up at 7. But all in all together, my watch said I slept 9 hours, so that's good. I'm rested. Put on wet socks and shoes, but I'm gonna kind of hike in my town/sleep clothes for now. Stay somewhat dry. I just had a little bit of peanut butter for breakfast, but I threw a whole bunch of stuff in my fanny pack so I can eat, and then maybe when I get to the shelter I was trying to get to last night, I can have a bigger breakfast. So I'm packed up for, everything's packed up except for the tent right now, so I can start hiking soon. Well, that's about, 40 feet from where I set up my tent. Alright, onward. I just climbed like 1,000 feet in 1 mile on the top of Lone Mountain. I definitely think it's too hot for this base layer and hiking pants. I don't know, we'll see how the downhill goes, but I'll probably end up changing into my dripping wet hiking clothes at the shelter. There is a side trail to Mount Abram, which is a 4,000 footer in Maine, but it's 1.7 miles. I don't quite have the time for that, but I will be back because I eventually do want to hike the New England 67 4,000 footers. Whew. This is where the Appalachian Trail was officially completed. Just a random spot in the Maine wilderness. Oh, this is fun. I did just pass someone who said that there is an end to this, but right now it's tricky. I think I need your advice on something, and I don't usually go to YouTube for advice, but I'm just curious what you think. I've just passed a couple people. They weren't together. They were kind of hiking, I don't know, maybe a couple minutes away from each other. The first guy stopped in his tracks and looked at me and said, "You look familiar, how do I know you?" And I'm shy, I don't really want to tell people I'm a YouTuber, but with him I'm like, "Oh, I have a YouTube channel," and then it clicked and he said, "Oh, are you Nahamsha?" And then he took a picture of me and we went on our way. And then the next guy, a couple minutes later, said something similar. He stopped in his tracks and was like, "You look really familiar, have we met?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Have I seen you in a hostel before?" I was like, "No, I just got back on trail a couple days ago." Deep down I knew he probably had seen me on YouTube, but do I just say that? Do I just say, "Oh, I'm familiar because I'm on YouTube and I have a popular YouTube channel"? I don't know, that just seems weird for me to say. So the first guy, I said, "You know me from YouTube." The second guy, I pretended that, "No, I've never met you. I don't know why you know me." But yeah, I'm just curious. It feels weird for me to be the one that mentions that you know me from YouTube. It actually seems like the sun is coming out right now. I can see some blue skies. I'm still in my long layers. I never ended up stopping at that shelter to eat or to change my outfit. I'm just prolonging it, and in order to change into shorts, I'd have to take my shoes off, and they are just so muddy and wet that just sounds like an awful feeling. So I'm just gonna keep this outfit on as long as I can, maybe hike all day in it. I've done 6 miles, which 3.5 hours is not that bad. I feel like it's going by faster than yesterday. The only thing that's a little concerning to me is my appetite. I am not hungry. I had 2 mini bagels with peanut butter yesterday, one for lunch, one for dinner. This morning I've just had like Snickers and protein bars. So no real meals in over 24 hours. So hopefully I can get to town and eat something. But yeah, that's really typical the first couple days on trail, just not feeling that hungry. Guess you just hiked 2,000 miles. Woo! I wasn't even paying attention to what mileage I was at on trail, so that really came out of the blue. But I mean, it's exciting. Not as exciting as if I did it in one go. But yeah, I've hiked 2,000 miles on the AT this year. And less than 200 to go. So obviously it's super pretty right now and I wanted to share this in the video, but keep in mind that this is just 5 minutes of view out of like 10 hours of hiking. All the other times I'm hiking, I'm just like deep in the green tunnel wilderness, stomping through mud. So it's pretty, but for a short amount of time. This is a much more accurate representation of what hiking in Maine looks like. You are giant. That was so much work climbing south and north Crocker Mountain, but I did it, and the rest of the day is downhill. I am just tired. Also, my feet have been hurting the last couple of days, which is not usual because these are the same exact shoes that I've been hiking in since 2021. Like, these shoes have seen, not the same exact pair, but the same brand and model. They've seen like 5,000 miles. So, I don't know, it just feels like all my toes are cramped together, which is weird. But hopefully that's temporary. Some of my toes are taped up with Leuko tape to prevent blisters. But yeah, hopefully these next 5 miles downhill go by quick, because I'm excited to get to the hostel. Officially 1 mile left and I'm just powering through. Really looking forward to a shower. And again, for not eating that much today, I just don't feel that hungry. But hopefully when I see a big meal in front of me, I'll eat it. I might come back. So it's actually like 11 o'clock right now. I should probably get to bed, but I've been at the Hostel of Maine for a while now. Got here at 5:30, immediately took a shower, got some loner clothes, had a frozen pizza, and yeah, I've just been chilling out, met some really cool other hikers here, and sat in the dining room and talked to them for a while, but have also just been chilling on the bed for a while because this room is amazing. I do have to wake up early and get a load of laundry in because I didn't know that the last call for laundry was at 7:30 and I completely forgot about that because I was just so caught up meeting all the other hikers. So I'll wake up early, do some laundry, and then figure out a plan because things are a little complicated. But I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.